Hey guys, it's Addison from Mel and Addy Home Life, and today we're making Artisan Bread Pizza. So, if you guys haven't seen the video about making artisan bread, I suggest you watch it first, but I can show you again. So here I have water, some lukewarm water. Don't want it too hot, otherwise the yeast won't cook up properly. And then I want to spice it up like Italiano. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. I got some bread flour, 3.5 cups of bread flour. And now what I'm going to do is open the salt if I can. And I'm going to take a palmful.
So teaspoon, right?
Put it in there. And I'm going to do the other one. So now I'm just adding them in. Sorry, this is my first time making a video. Oh, I saw. Now, oregano. If I can get it out. Last but certainly not least, garlic powder. Now I'm just going to sprinkle it in there until I think it's enough. Now we're going to mix it. Now we are going to add a tablespoon of yeast. This is where the magic happens.
A teaspoon of yeast.
I said teaspoon.
You said tablespoon, but that's okay.
There we go. There we go. Now we're going to mix them. Now a tip for when you're cooking, always put your hair up if you have long hair. We're adding the water and the magic's going to happen. Make sure when you add the water, you mix it. This is more like slime. It's not like a Play-Doh type thing. That's not like how you want it. So what I do is I add a tablespoon and I get flour, some bread flour, more bread flour, and I add it in 1 tablespoon at a time. And if it's not enough at 1 tablespoon, then I'll add in 1 more. And if that's not enough, keep repeating the process. Still a bit sticky.
Nope, that's good because we want it to be like that until it rises, right?
Once your dough is done, it's best to have it in a ball so it rises better. Next, you want to put a tea towel over top. Now I made 2 because we have a lot of people in our family and some picky eaters. And I may be included in one of those picky eaters. So I will see you guys when the dough rises.
Okay, so we're back. So Addison and I, we have to make 4 pizzas for dinner tonight because there's 6 of us in our house. So Addison and I have made it a bit of a challenge. Addison we're going to try it this artisan bread pizza on a pizza pan as well as the Dutch oven. The Dutch oven will make it like a pan pizza, like a Pizza Hut pan pizza. So I'm going to do a pizza pan as well and a cast iron skillet. So just like we do with the artisan bread, it's time to knead. So I'm just helping Addison knead hers. We're going to take it out, put it on our board. I'm going to take mine out and put it on our board. And then we're going to cut it in half. So each recipe makes 2 pizzas. When we come back, we'll show you how we're going to roll this out. So I've sprayed all of our pans down with a vegetable oil. Addison, can you put your hands out for a second? And over your pot. We're going to spray our hands because we're pushing out the dough. I'm just going to do this. And now we're going to push the dough out. You don't want to use flour because the flour will sort of make it more resistant. We're going to try and get this all the way out. And you'll notice I'm not using a rolling pin either. Now you want to do this because this does have to sit for about 2 hours before you make the pizza. It's got to re-rise. So now we're doing the same with our pizza pan. This will eventually spread out. It's got to rise. So we just want to pull it out as best as we can. So we're done stretching it out and we have to let this rise again. So we're going to let this rise for about an hour and a half. We're just going to cover it again with that lint-free tea towel. Okay, so we have everything now ready. The dough has risen perfectly. Our pan pizzas are coming up wonderfully. So I'm pretty excited about these ones. I wish I had used my bigger cast iron pan, but that's okay. The only thing I want to mention is whatever kind of vegetables you're putting on this pizza, because the dough is moist, you want to make sure that you get as much of the moisture out. So I've just sauteed the garlic and onions and mushrooms and peppers. These are all cooked and ready to go. So I'm just going to take some store-bought jarred sauce and I'm just going to dump it down on the pizza. Now, I'm doing this two ways because traditionally with this artisan pizza, you usually make it in the cast iron skillets or pans. You don't want to use too much sauce, but then again, you don't want to use not enough. So I'm going to dress that pizza just like that. So these pizzas are pretty much for the kids. And then I'm going to put some of these peppers and mushrooms on here. And I'm going to pop this into my oven at 450. And I'm going to say it's going to be 10 minutes, but I will confirm the time at the end of this video. It's in the oven. These are going to be more like a pan pizza, like that you would get at like a Pizza Hut. So there's been a lot of talk, like I've seen a lot of other people do these videos, and a lot of people fry them for a few minutes before. Again, I'm going to say if you want to fry your pizza, feel free to do that. The only thing I want to warn you about is because you are frying it, you have a very good chance of burning it. And that sounds really odd, but this is cold oil in the bottom of the pan. You want your pizza to be extremely hot. I am going to fry these ones, but traditionally, I just usually throw them into a preheated oven, and that works too. But when I make the artisan bread in these pots, I always preheat my pot. So both really make sense. For the dough is the exact same as the artisan bread pizza, as the artisan bread dough, sorry. The only difference is we put some basil, oregano, and garlic powder in the dough. And I have to say, it does smell wonderful. And you can vary up your doughs. You can put whatever you want in it. So that's it. Our pizzas are ready to go on the stove. When we come back, you'll see the frying. This pizza is beautiful. That's pizza number one. I don't know that it's done in the center, but I'm gonna look underneath there. So it just needs another minute. This guy still needs some time, but he smells close to done too. Now we fry. So I've turned this pizza on. It's on high right now. As soon as I start to hear that it's starting to cook a little bit, I'm going to turn it down to like medium and let it cook for about 3 minutes, just so it develops a crust on the bottom. Cook it up. So our pizza's simmering. Seems odd to see the pizza simmer, but that's what it's doing. Okay, so we're going to pop this into the oven. My oven's at 500 degrees, and it's going to be in there for about 12 minutes. But you can see these two babies. These were cooked at 450 for 12 minutes. Come on, Delicio cannot make this good. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Here's the test. Does it crunch? It does. Cutting this pie into 8 little sections, and I'm gonna try the crust. It's delicious. I would say pizza pan. So Artisan Pizza Pan Pizza is a win. That looks damn good. I'm gonna just go back for another little piece of crust. Almost as good as Friday night takeout. Only better, because it really only cost me about $7. So this one didn't turn out the greatest. It looks a little not great, but I think we could have cut this dough actually into quarters and made this pizza. So if you have a Dutch oven, I would recommend using a third or a quarter of the dough instead of half the dough like we did. So there's that one. So I'm gonna look underneath it. It doesn't look too bad. Let's look underneath this one. Still doughy. Does sound really good. Looks nice. Stayed together well. Now all we gotta do is try it. And I'm just gonna check the inside of this one. It was too thick really, but it still looks good. So I'm just gonna cut it in 4. If anybody wants to dare and try it, they can. That being said, I think this pizza is a win as well. Maybe not this one, but what I would do is I would just reduce it to a quarter of the dough. So you could really make 4 pizzas out of this dough. So I'm gonna go and have dinner with my family. This is Melanie from Melanie and Home Life. I hope you enjoy. And don't forget, did you click like, subscribe, all that jazz? Do it. Just do it.